Time for Snap Tackle Pod. It's week 4 of Snap Tackle Pod. Mick, Shaffer, and Dion, Clisso. I'm here at KSHB 41 Studios. Dion, my head looks a lot smaller than yours, and I'm okay with that.
Well, I'm
there you
probably sitting too close to the camera. If I relaxed a little, and you can hear my squeaking chair, I would be. But I like to try and be up front and have my head
Get excited
framed by
talking
my
about high school
Xfinity.
football.
But head framed by the Xfinity logos.
That's good.
Here in the Xfinity studios, the PrepsKC.
That's right. Dion, Clisso, brought to you by Free Cable
Yes.
and PrepsKC. As we talk high school football here in Kansas and Missouri, deep in the heart of Kansas City here. All right, so we're week 4 for Missouri, week 3 for Kansas. Look back at last week before we look ahead. We'll start on the Missouri side. Kearney ending Smithville's streak. How many games was that at?
15.
Still pretty good. That spanned, anyone that spans a couple seasons there.
I'd have to look back and see. I don't think the regular season streak was probably a little longer than that. That year that they went to the semifinals, I haven't really delved deep into it. Like Odessa had the big long streak last year. They were at 30-some in a row period.
Mm-hmm.
And their regular season streak went back in the 40s because they'd lost in the playoffs a couple times. And that's the only place they'd lost. And so Odessa had a really long streak. And it was kind of similar the way both those streaks ended. They were getting a close game and then a closer game, and then it ended in a close game.
Yeah.
So, no, hats off to Smithville. That's still a really good football team. Kearney, they've got Excelsior Springs this week. That's the one they don't want to get. They should win that game, but they can't get caught looking ahead because Excelsior is probably right there below Kearney and Smithville in that district, So that's and in that conference too. So
do we know the current longest win streak in the city? Putting you on the spot here.
Let's see.
Mill Valley, I know. I can speak. Has
St. James. It's not St. James. It's not. Yeah, that's got to be Mill Valley then.
Because Northwest. It wouldn't be as long. They Blue Valley Northwest.
Yeah, Northwest and St. James have both lost.
So all
North
the
and Lee
state championship teams lost outside of Mill Valley then from last year.
Yes, and nobody else because it was Smithville.
I'm getting the only Buck. I don't know if
East Buck got beat by Savannah 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I think Mill Valley 10 is the longest win streak going right now.
It's hard to do it. It makes you appreciate I think Platte County was up in were they in the 50s back, like the early 2000s?
Yeah, they won 3 in a row.
25 games.
They won 3 in a row, which got you to 14. If you win, if you're on the Missouri side and you're not, if you're and when they used to fill out all the classes, you could play 15. Smithville played 13 last year because they had a bye in the first week of the playoffs. I think they had a COVID game in there too. They got somebody had canceled on them, but Maryville had a streak of
Maryville
30, 40 games in a row there for a while because they were banking 15 in a row each time. That's where it adds up. If you can bank 15 games, 2-3 years in a row, you'll get in the 50s and 60s pretty quick. It's
well, like the North around the late 90s, early 2000s as well had to have had one going through at least a couple of seasons. And that train they had going back in the day. No, it's tough to do. It's great to see. I mean, rarely do we have an undefeated state title winner. On either side, any class.
It's getting rarer and rarer because the conferences are getting tougher. Teams are, everybody's slipping up somewhere. Yeah. That's what was impressive about Smithville last year's. And, their toughest game, MICDS in the regular season or in the semifinals, they had to come back on and get a late touchdown in that game to win that one. But that's probably the closest game. That is easily the closest game they had all last season. They were pretty dominant. I mean, their twos played a lot last year. Yeah. And you factor in the extra thing. So they've got a lot of guys who come on with experience. But no, it's tough to do. I mean, I think Blue Springs South in 15 was undefeated in big class. Blue Valley Northwest wasn't. Blue Valley North wasn't. Trying to think. Mill Valley hasn't had an undefeated state champion.
No, they haven't. They've hit 11 in a row over the last few years, a couple times. If they were fortunate enough to get a win on Friday, they'd hit 11 again. But no, it's
Aquinas the year they lost, didn't they? Lose to Miege?
Which year?
In the regular season, when Aquinas won their title?
No. So Aquinas had it at 25 games in a row.
Oh, so they did.
They won 13 in a row, or maybe it was 24. They'd won 13 in a row in 18. and I believe 11 in a row in 19. So I believe it is at 24, and then they lost to Mill Valley there. That
Yeah.
was one of the longer ones on the Kansas side.
Miege had a good run there
Oh,
too.
Miege had. Well, I mean that regular season though. I mean they would win state title after state title, but they weren't going undefeated in that EKL.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's tough.
It's an interesting topic. We should put more time and research into deliver. I'm like all of a sudden I'm wanting to know this stuff. And it's probably out there. We just don't know it. Look it up if you're watching us right now or listening to us on Step Tech.
Go to PrepsKC. I know we're missing. We've got a couple years. We're still inputting. We got 15 and 16 and 10 are missing years in our archives. Yeah, we did some computer changing over, and those need to be manually there. It's easier to enter them now.
PrepsKC staff needs to put those in.
Yes, we've got them all. That's the great thing about it is we've got it all. I just gotta get it uploaded now, and that was a server change at that time, and now we've done another back end change this past off season to make it easier for me to upgrade those. So that will get done this off season. We will be totally from 10 all the way through 22.
Let's talk about surprise teams, maybe surprise records so far. You win your first game. A lot of teams do that. Half the teams will do that. Get to 2-0, okay, whatever. I think once you start getting to 3-0 and 4-0, you're doing something in high school football. And look, Oak Park is 3-0 right now, Dion, and have a great chance to get to 4-0 this week.
Yeah, they're really playing well. That's a young team. It's full of juniors. Good win over Grain Valley last week.
Good win over Grain Valley.
And Grain Valley is a tough physical team. And, I talked to Coach Clemens last week as preview for my radio show, and he said, that's the kind of team we want to be. We want to be tough and physical and play with energy. And we measure ourselves against Grain Valley, and they went out and they did it. 14-10, a good win there. They're 3-0. You've got on the Kansas side, you got Shawnee Mission North at 2-0. They have not been. I do have some facts for you here. Thanks to one Adam Sullivan, who did some coverage for us back in the day and is a Shawnee Mission North grad / historian, who now lives in Spokane, Washington with his wife and child. Used to be in the Kansas athletic department as well. He texted me and said that they have not started 3-0. Shawnee Mission North has not started 3-0 since 2003. And then before that, it was 1995. And before that, it was 1977. So it was the last 3 times that they had started 3-0. They've got a tough one this week with Olathe North. They'll definitely, if they start 3-0, they have earned it at this point. Got to win over Shawnee Mission South and then back that up over an Olathe South team.
Shawnee Mission South kind of a rivalry game, but they won by 3 scores. But
they dominated
Olathe South, which has, they've got a couple FBS guys on their team. They got a returning quarterback and a team that's, I still think, going to finish in the top half of the Sunflower League, if not, better top 4th or top 3rd, something like that. And they beat them. Shawnee Mission North beat them.
Yeah. So Andy Walter and that coaching staff has done a fantastic job. I had not talked to him that much before. You instantly know how Andy Walter got that job. Organized, passionate. He just you look at him and you talk to him for 5 seconds. You go, that's a guy who's going to turn, has the ability to motivate people. And he's very motivating when you listen to him, humble, all that kind of stuff. So a good young coach there that's doing good things. And, they did it on a night when it was their 100th anniversary. They were celebrating the homecoming and all that stuff. And, Coach Harold Wamsgons does my radio show with me. He did not make it to it, though, but he said some of his former classmates from the 1960 graduating class did go and walked in the parade.
Nice.
And we're out on the field. So there was a lot of representation there. And I think it's good to see a team like Shawnee Mission North go.
Well, look, they got that what, $4 million weight room? Or what's the price tag?
Yes.
Already paying dividends, I guess, over there.
Yes, no doubt. That's definitely a good thing. Another team last week, Blue Spring South. They've now won twice as many games as they had 2 years before. So crazy win over Park Hill. Park Hill gets victimized again in the 4th quarter, 2 weeks in a row. They're giving up a ton of points, but Blue Spring South going to Ray Peck this week. You start to look at that Blue Spring South schedule and you say, this is a team that won 4 games in the last 3 years. They may win 5 this season, 5 or 6.
Yeah. What do we make of Rockhurst going on the road and giving a game, putting a scare into Liberty North, 10-7. Rockhurst is 1-2 on the season, and you look at their schedule, it's a killer. But this could be like a 500 team going to the playoffs, Dion. They could make a run and maybe win a title. Yeah,
they're loaded with juniors, and Andy Meyer covered the game for us, was telling me that he goes, you can see the talent in those juniors, and he said it was a tough defensive battle, and you had 2 of the better defensive minds in the city going after each other last week, and Andy Learman, the head coach at Liberty North, who was the defensive coordinator for Liberty North and still is calling the plays, and some guy named Greg Oder. He's done something before. Oh, that's right. He won 3 state titles at Blue Springs.
I don't know how those guys like hold their play sheets because all their rings on their fingers got to be weighing them down.
Yeah, it's quite the staff there. The offensive coordinator, some guy named Tom Cruise, not the Top Gun guy, but
a way cooler Tom Cruise than the
it's a way cooler Tom Cruise as the OC. And I threatened them a couple weeks ago when we were doing a podcast with Kelly that I was going to make the coordinators do interviews like the Chiefs, and I was told no by Greg Oder. He's done with that that stuff. He doesn't have to do that anymore, so he's not. Now Tom, I'm sure would come on and do a podcast. He
loves the camera.
He loves it. He's great.
Camera loves him too.
Oh, he's one of the best interviews you'll ever have. A great guy. Yeah. But Rockhurst is Liberty North's still the team.
I was gonna say you don't put out a poll, but if you did, they would be your number one, right? I mean,
it's
7 points, 7 points, and 7 points.
Yeah, they're the best team. They're the number one team in 6A. The rankings we do with the media guys, and they're not going anywhere. But Rockhurst is getting better, and that's a team that's a lot of good juniors on that team, and they'll be pretty tough as the season goes on.
One more on the Kansas side before we look ahead to next week. Aquinas, they come out of the gates. They beat Blue Valley West and Blue Valley Northwest. Probably in a lot of people's minds, the two best teams in the EKL coming in, and quite frankly, Aquinas won easily in both those games. Are they the team in the EKL then?
They're looking like it. I think Bishop Miege might have something to say about it. I mean, they're looking really good too.
You think they are they bristling? You think a little bit at Aquinas winning those games?
It's going to be. They both get.
You think they're upset about that? You think they have that rivalry going? Yeah.
It's going to be interesting with both those teams because they basically play the same schedule. I mean, pretty much. They're both playing Rockhurst.
But they're out of conference games with Rockhurst.
Yeah, so I mean you'll know exactly who the best team is, and they'll play each other head to head. So it's going to be interesting to see in the EKL because the thing about the EKL is we haven't said anything about Blue Valley, who's 2-0 and beat St. James last week.
Right.
So and they're going to have something to say about it. Northwest is not going to go lose a bunch of games. Blue Valley West has lost to Aquinas. If you're Aquinas or Miege and you've beaten one of those other teams, and the other one hasn't played them yet, you're like, oh, okay, there's the spot there. So I think the EKL is going to be a bloody mess by the time it's all said and done.
Always is.
And probably produce
mess, though, isn't it?
And produce, who knows, another, a couple state finalists and
be a semifinalist
and
all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe Simone winner, all that stuff. I mean, John Price at Blue Valley. When was the last time you saw a Blue Valley tailback churn out 175 plus, a couple 3 touchdowns in back-to-back weeks? That's not usually their MO. They're usually spread it around, all that kind of stuff. They got a tailback now who they've got a horse they can ride. I mean, and he's legit.
All right, so let's get to the Remax Big Three. You can find those at PrepsKC.com. Dion breaks down all those matchups. 3 on the Kansas side, 3 on the Missouri side. Let's start on the Missouri side. I mean, Park Hill and Liberty. Park Hill is like must-see TV, right?
Yes.
I'm looking here. So their first game, they had a combined 106 points scored. The second game, they had 107 points scored. Third game, real defensive battle, only 99 points scored.
Yeah, they held it under 99, and they're still kicking themselves. Talk to Coach Sims. He's like, we've got fixable things, but we've got some things to fix. And
both of those last 2 games are losses, both by 1 score.
Yeah, and they gave up. They were up 18 in the fourth quarter against Blue Springs South, and Blue Springs South came back and what a huge for a team that couldn't find a way to win for 2 years.
Yeah.
They have in 2 out of their 3 games this year gotten those wins. But Park Hill Liberty is going to be a good one. Liberty went down and played Ray Peck tough.
Much better good teams, right? One of them's going to be 1-3 when they're done.
Yeah, that is true. One of those teams is going to be 1-3. Liberty, they didn't have Ricky Marazzi. I think that's how you say his name. Last week, he may be back this week. We'll see. But no, they've got Anthony Winston. Their tailback's really good. Their defense is pretty solid. I know they've given up a lot of points. They've given up like 70 points the last 2 weeks, but they're playing Liberty North and Ray Pack. They shut out Liberty or at least on West the first week. So we'll see. And Park Hill can score on anybody. I think this is one of the better defenses that they'll play this week. Than I think they're better than Ray Pack or Blue Springs South defense. So we'll I told Andy who's going to be covering it, I was like, don't think you're getting it home by 10.
No.
Because both weeks,
Only
those
early.
games were 10-ish. before they got out. I mean, it's like a freaking whack game out there in college. It's on all night.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Blue Spring South and Ray Peck, another one of your Remax Big Three games. Two more teams that aren't afraid to score a lot of points and give up a lot of points.
Well, and somebody asked me, like, what do you think? I said, Blue Spring South's got a puncher's chance here. This isn't going against Rockhurst that's going to want to slow you down and defend. The Ray Peck defense is a work in progress, to say the least. They're going to give up some yards and some points. And so if South can get into a shootout with them, we could be talking about a South team that if they were to win that game, could be a 5, 6, 7 win team after not winning a game last year. But that being said, Ray Peck's got Jaden Dawson, Thomas Bager, and Xander Dombrowski and Riddell and all those names. They're going to have possibly 2 Power 5 wide receivers, because Riddell just got an offer from Tennessee on that team, along with Thomas Bager, who's an outstanding tailback. And I've heard they've got a freshman who's seen some time at tailback, who may be better, one of the best tailbacks they've had in there in years. So,
all right. So we've got small school here on the Missouri side, Maryville, at St. Pius the 10th. This is Maryville in Class 3, St. Pius in Class 2. Is that correct?
No, St. Pius is still up in 3.
They
went up last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
with the multiplier.
Potential matchup we could see down the road.
Oh yeah, district. They're in the same district. So there's a decent possibility this is who gets a higher seed easily. Right. Savannah's in that district as well, so they could end up having something go there. But no, it's a good game, and Maryville's playing really well, and they actually are throwing the ball a little bit this year. And talk with Coach Matt Webb, and he goes, he's a basketball point guard. He watches a lot of 15 play on Sundays. He goes, there's a lot of those throws, and it's like, I told him, I was like, he goes, I tell him, he's like a point guard, kind of out there, shoveling the ball around. And he goes, I tell him, I was like, I don't care how it gets there as long as it doesn't get to the other team. And he goes, and he hasn't done it. So he goes, he goes, it's a little different look out of Maryville. And they're going to go up against Pius's strength, which is their defense. And Pius's offense is got a lot of new players, so it's still kind of finding its way. But I think the Spoof Hounds are a pretty good team. And Coach Webb, he when he talks about it, he's got a little. I mean, they're throwing the ball. It's a different look than what they're normally doing. He had a look on his face like, I got a feeling he likes his team. They played Blair Oaks really tough in week 1 after getting off to a little bit of a slow start, and then they really found their footing against them and really played them even up, even though they lost by 2 scores.
All right, over on the Kansas side, it's Bishop Miege and St. James. I'm guessing that's maybe like at Aquinas.
It's at Aquinas, yes.
And St. James is the home team? Okay.
Yeah, it's at Aquinas, yeah.
It's hopefully private school bingo where who's playing where and what field and all that stuff. Hey, look, St. James is going to be motivated, right? They're 0-2, but Miege ain't feeling sorry for him, right?
No.
St. James beat him 3 times in a row.
Yeah, they beat him 3 times in a row. They played twice the last 2 years. They could play twice again this year, though. Aquinas being down there means that there's a third player that could shift things to the other side and that kind of stuff. But Miege comes in playing as well as anybody. I mean, they dominated Blue Valley North. They dominated Blue Valley Southwest. Yep. Mac Armstrong is, I think he had 8 different receivers last week. A veteran guy. Defensively, they're playing outstanding. They're just shutting teams down. St. James is still kind of finding their way. They got in a little bit of a shootout with Blue Valley last week and lost that, but their front seven is tough. And this is more apples to apples, for St. James, after playing 2 6A teams the last 2 weeks. It's now they're back in with a 4A team, and it looks a little bit more like them. But
it's pretty much a 6A team, and they're pretty much a 6A team. It's so close already in 5A and 6A in Kansas, and then you add those 3 4A Catholic schools that are right there in that mix with the best teams in 5A and 6A. So, all right, Eudora Spring Hill. I love this one. Eudora's got some athletes. Spring Hill figures to be honestly one of the better teams on the east side of the 5A bracket. How do you how's this one shake out for you?
Well, they're a little young at quarterback, but they've got a lot of good players. Spring Hill's does good. Talk about a town that I think a lot of people don't give a lot of attention to sometimes until they get in the postseason. They've got their tailback back, and he's really good. They lost to Tonganoxie last week, but Tonganoxie is sneaky good.
Yeah,
and that's that. Here's the beauty of Tonganoxie is when they're young, and they take their lumps. but they're so well coached that when those kids get older and they've got the talent, they're tough. And they almost beat Baser in week 1. Then they beat Spring Hill in week 2. But Eudora's playing real well. The Frontier is a fun league because it's not. There's no. I don't know if there's a top. There's a big middle.
Sure.
There's not one or two teams you go, that's the team. But the middle, I mean, that whole top half is really, Eudora, Lewisburg, Paola, Spring Hill, Tonganoxie. There's 5 of the 8 right there that we're talking about are really good, solid teams. So this is a fun one. And Drew Steffen, the new coach, taking over for Sean Hayden. He was on staff already, but he stepped up and he's the new coach at Eudora. He's got them playing well. And Coach Feedback is one of the, I think, most respected guys. He's on all-star staffs a lot. That's where you see those guys get picked to do those kind of things, because he's really respected by he does a great job down there. And that's a great place to go watch a football game too. That's a
the pasture of pain is what they call it.
Yes. It's a
Feedback's
fantastic
great,
facility.
man. He's like, yeah, I coined it. People think it's corny, but I like it. He's like, literally, when I first took over the job, there's a horse right across the street who would come over and whinny at me every day. I'm like, yeah, okay, no. He calls them Metro Rednecks.
That's what he said today.
They are down there. It's so funny.
Yeah, no, he's a great fit for that town. There's no doubt about that. And they're growing town. It's gonna like DeSoto and it's gonna be.
It was. I mean, Gardner used to be like in the country, and now it's swallowed up. Spring Hill probably next. Lewisburg, all those towns.
That's a fantastic game, and I think it's good. And the other thing that's great about it too is they've got one of the best webcasts.
Oh, I like that.
It's as good as webcasts, but the graphics and the guys who do the play-by-play do a great job. And they also help out.
Is great too with all sports in their webcast.
Yes.
The team they got students, non-students. They got multiple cameras all over the place. It's good to see. So, last but not least, for me at least, Shawnee Mission Northwest at Mill Valley. Mill Valley, 105-7 has been their cumulative score the last 2 weeks. Will they finally get tested by the Cougs? A couple Shawnee schools here. The 2 Shawnee high schools.
Yeah, well, and that's, I kind of said to them when I talked to Coach Appleby, I said, you guys are pretty close to each other. He goes, yeah. He goes, going to the Sunflower League, we hadn't had a chance to play them the first 2 years. He said, but we're kind of thinking this might be a pretty good rivalry game for us down the line. And I think you want to keep playing them every year if you're Mill Valley and Shawnee Mission Northwest, especially with the guys they got running those programs. I mean, they're going to be good. They're going to be physical. They do things the right way, and it's you're even when like Shawnee Mission Northwest is pretty young, playing a lot of sophomores.
Yeah,
they go around.
I think they start 5 on defense. The quarterback's a sophomore, but that's also a freshman class that went undefeated last year in Sunflower League play. It's funny, there are 2 freshman classes that went undefeated last year in Sunflower play. Mill Valley and Shawnee Mission Northwest. They never played each other because there's 100 teams in the league, but they both just cruised through.
So I guess we're saying here in the next 3 years that this is definitely a game we want.
This is going to be one that this is going to be a game for the next 2 years at least. We'll see if they cycle around and get to play each other again on a third year when those, I guess, sophomores are seniors. But no, it should be. Listen, his name's Malik Oatis.
Yes.
Right? It's not Aotis. I mean, us Kansas City, got Royals fans from the past.
Yes.
I always want to say Amos Otis, right? A-O.
Yes.
Aotis.
It's Oatis.
It's Oatis.
It took me half a year to train myself to do it.
Listen, learn his name because he's spectacular. I always think Oasis, and I just put a T in the middle. That's what I do.
So last week, of course, we're running the scoreboard. They're on the Spectrum game. And, I hear stuff, and then, the Olathe North would take a lead, and the next thing I know was like Kevin White, and there goes Oatis. Yeah. And he's sprinting down the field with people going after him. So he is definitely.
And look, the Olathe North did a great job, especially early in the first half, of just bottling him up, and so many plays of no gain or even thrown for a loss. But with that guy, it's like one linebacker that doesn't fill a gap, right? He's gone.
Yeah. So you definitely need to make sure that is your middle one in the rotation there now, or I'm sure he's well aware.
He's got to meet him at the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, there's no chance.
He's not going to run him down.
In the yards behind there, it's advantage Oatis.
No, that's a fun game, and those are like I said, those are 2 schools that are close to each other. Kids know each other.
Great. Look, I mean, Mill Valley defense is just great. It's off the charts this year, and the front 4, the front 6, they run a 4-2 are experienced, right? And they've just blown up the first 2 opponents. but this will be their toughest test and one of the toughest ones of the season. It should be a great time out there. Western Shawnee. Eastern Shawnee versus Western Shawnee. So, coincidentally, Shawnee Mission Northwest is the only Shawnee Mission school that's in either Shawnee or Mission.
Yeah.
The rest are like in Overland Park or Leawood or
Roland Park. There's one in Roland Park.
No, Shawnee Mission North is still in Overland Park. It actually goes up all that high. East is in Prairie Village, right? I believe, and then south Overland Park. West is Overland Park. Yeah. Northwest. There you go. Geography lesson of the day. If I got it right. All right, I gotta go do TV now. Dion, you gotta go. I don't know, pet your dog or something like that.
Dog's been quiet today. When we do it in the daytime, the nighttime the dog wants to make noise.
That makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
That's why on Friday nights I gotta get him a chew and set him down. And
yeah. By the way, check us out on Friday nights, KSHB 41. We'll have all the highlights of some of the best games out there. I'll run through some of the games that we maybe didn't get. We're trying to get to Christ Prep at Center. They are athlete of the week this week. Joseph Vick, their quarterback. He is legit. Not a Class 3 school. You got to play. They're so good, so fast, so talented. St. Michael at Pembroke Hill we're looking at. Raytown South, always a good one. Any others? Lee Summit North, Lee Summit. It's kind of a rivalry week. One we didn't mention, I'd like to, Gardner Edgerton and Olathe West. It's going to be a great battle. Look, one of those teams is undefeated. It's Gardner Edgerton, though. And look, Jesse O knows how to coach. And he's down there in Gardner. And he's got, Dustin Delaney down there.
Dustin Delaney.
So,
yeah.
A couple of guys that know their way around the football field.
Yes, they definitely will. So it'll be good to see that game's hit. And Olathe West got to try and bounce back. I mean, they lost to a good Lawrence team last week.
Yeah. They did. I think it's gonna be tight. Sunflower League, a lot of good teams right there.
The middle of the Sunflower League is big, and everybody's really close to each other.
Awesome, Dion. Thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Thanks to you as well for watching Snap Tackle Pod. See you next week. Enjoy Friday nights.